Warning, handling reptiles can be extremely dangerous. Before you go to pick up a reptile, understand exactly what you're dealing with. The reptile in this video is non-venomous, but it has a very powerful bite.
Well, I've got a special visitor here on my channel. This is a blue-tongued lizard. Some people might correct me and say, no, Leo, it's a blue-tongued skink. But I can assure you that just about everyone in Australia who sees these lizards call them blue-tongued lizards. This one is just a baby. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at the skin on that one, and look at its little quaint little tail. Isn't it cute? There's one thing I can tell you. This little lizard is very strong. She's doing her best to try and get out of my grip here. Let's just take a look at her beautiful skin underneath. This lizard has a habit of basking on our driveway, and it's going to be a very deadly habit because we tend to drive in, and only just lucky I didn't run over her today. I saw her on the driveway. There's her underneath. I don't know if we're looking at a boy or a girl. I don't know anyone out there can tell me one from another. I don't even know if I'm looking at the right area. I mean, I assume down at the rear legs is where the action happens. It does on most animals. But she or he, I'll call her a she because it's much nicer when you call them she's, is an absolutely stunning specimen. A little camera shy, but she's beautiful to look at. I'm just seeing if I can get her to display her tongue. They're called blue tongues for the obvious reason that they've got a very blue tongue, and that's part of their defensive, well, arsenal to protect themselves. They'll stick that tongue out, and it's quite a contrast to the other colour in their mouth. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? And these are one of the few things in Australia in the garden that you can actually pick up. But I'll tell you what, they will still give you a very nasty bite if they get hold of your finger. And I have been bitten by one when I was younger. Look at that tongue. It's stunning, isn't it? The trick to picking these up is to come up behind them and just very quickly just get them behind the back of their head. And I tell you what, get ready for a firm grip because these guys are powerful. They really do have some big muscles going on. And what's interesting about the younger ones is that all their digits are there. You can look at their little hands and you'll notice that all the little fingers and stuff are there. I hope that's in focus there. I picked up one, when was it? I did the one with the Percy and the lizard, the bigger, I call it the old mum. And she had quite a few war wounds or battle wounds. There's the rear digits here. Little claws on those as well. I just love looking at these guys. I never tire of looking at this sort of stuff. What I'm going to do is introduce a little soft toy here and see if she gets excited, if it makes a little sound. Whoa, there's a bite. Seems like a big attraction going on there. Definitely a Thomas fan. We're going for the smokestack sucker. Look at that. Wow. That's a first for YouTube. I bet you no one else has got that. This one, definitely a Thomas fan. You like Thomas? Hey, hello. Thomas certainly likes you. You're a Thomas fan, I know. I wonder if I brought My Little Pony down to a Pinkie Pie. I wonder if she'd have a bite in the Pinkie Pie or not. You want to see if you like Percy or not? Are you a Percy fan? Let's just check it out. Still checking out Thomas there. That smokestack was the winner, wasn't it? No, I've decided that's not food. A little puffing. It puffs from the top there. We get Percy and see if you like a Percy versus Thomas. I'll just put Thomas down and we'll grab Percy. Hello, Percy. Percy makes a bit of a different sound. Air comes out the top there. Is that something you like to hear? I remember that other big lizard got very excited when we heard Percy's huffing and puffing, because that's the sort of sound they make when they're trying to, protect themselves. They make this sound very similar to what Percy's making there. Oh, she's looking quite interested, isn't she? She's got her tongue out. You ever go at Percy's face? Certainly had a bite of Thomas. Definitely a Thomas fan. Ever go at Percy there? I'll be thinking you're totally mad, aren't you? Oh, hear that? That's her. That was her sound, and it's very similar to this sound here. See that? I think Percy's the one that does the real attracting sort of sound. I think that's the sort of sounds they make when the mating season's on. They hiss at each other. Although we don't know if Percy's making a male or a female hiss. It's getting quite deep, isn't it? But I tell you what, I'm taking it to she, the lizard that is. We know Percy's male. Oh goodness, I hope so. I'm taking it this lizard's a she. I'm sure someone out there will correct me. Oh, Leo, it can't be a she because of this, and this. But she's a beautiful thing, and she seems to be quite happy to hear Percy there, although she took a good bite at Thomas. What do you think of that? You like Percy? I do. You want to see if we can have something to eat? We might try and feed her a bit of mince. Trains and lizards. What a double act. I always find what's interesting with these lizards is that once you get them in your hands and they do settle down, they can become quite relaxed, and now she's just laying on her back, and it's like she's in a resort, you know, the Leo Kim video resort here. Look at her, she's relaxed. There's absolutely no, just a little bit of rub on her tummy there. Oh, it's like a day spa. Look at that. Oh, it's just like a holiday camp, isn't it? Oh no, I think she's waking up to the fact this isn't a holiday camp, this is more like a prison camp. I just noticed down on the tail end here, I think the business end is sort of well masked, it's disguised, she's a bit sensitive down here, I better not touch her. But it's down just above those feet there. When she moves, it sort of opens up a bit. But she's not going to do it for me now because she's getting a little bit shy. Well, I've got some fresh mince here. We'll let her smell it. And then I bet you she'll take a little bite of this. Having a smell? Yep, she's smelling it. What do you think of that? Oh, yummy. Hope it doesn't take a bite of my hand. I tell you what though, yeah, she's licking it now. She's tasting. It's yummy. I tell you, it's yummy. It's fresh. She's licking. Oh, she thinks, look at that. Oh, it's just like ice cream. But it's meat. She's licking. She'll take a big bite soon. There she goes. There she goes. Isn't she beautiful? And these guys clean up snails in the garden, although I tried to go and get a snail to show you eating a snail. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, heaven on a stick, isn't it, being in here? And it's funny, I rarely ever seen them this small. This is really small. The adults are, can be quite large. And we've had a really long hot summer. Get you some more meat here, darling. Just a second. Got a name for her. Let's call her. Look at that. Oh yeah. I'm a hungry bubby. Oh yeah. You get really well fed around here. Yeah, we've had a really, really big summer this year, and even though we're crawling up towards Easter. The children have just gone on to Easter holidays. It's still been very, very hot weather, very humid weather. Want a little bit more? Okay. And she was out this afternoon basking in the driveway in a very dangerous spot, because if you're in the driveway you could get, look at that, she's still going. It's alright, I can get it in there, I can help you. I'm all for you. You stick with me, I'll feed you well. No, my fingers aren't part of the deal here. Oh, no, my fingers are not part of the deal. I know you like them to be, but they're not. There you go. There's that last bit. My fingers are... No. My fingers are not part of the deal. I know they smell yummy, but they're not part of the deal, okay? They when you did get bitten by these... I have been bitten by the biggest lizards. That one snapped back around on me and gave me a good sharp bite. And it's more of a bite that, let me go sort of bite. It doesn't try to eat you. It's more of a... Come on, want some more? Having a lick? A bit more? Come on. You can do it. Or maybe you had enough, hey? Oh, having a lick there, having a lick. Oh, could be a good close-up here of her taking a gulpo. Having a good lick. Look at that tongue. Look at that tongue action. It's just a beautiful colour. It's that's why they're called blue tongues. Oh, bit of a sneeze. Sneeze while you're eating. Bit more of that. I'm just worried she's going to take a big bite and off with the finger. That's it. Lick, lick, lick. It's like ice cream, isn't it? Meat ice cream. Delicious. Look at that tongue go. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, good tongue action there. Oh, I love it. Look at that tongue. Licking those lips. Now in nature, of course, sadly, there's always something that comes along and eats you, unless you're at the top of the food chain. And the one thing I know which is around here, which would gobble up these guys, is kookaburras. There's quite a large family of kookaburras out in the back tree, and quite often you may hear them in the back of my videos. They do interrupt me a fair bit. They're quite noisy chaps, especially in the afternoon. And I think there's a bit of an injury here. Birds will come down and swoop on these guys. Their danger time is when they're out in the open trying to warm up, and there's a bit of an injury there. Let's take a look. Interesting little patterns going in there on the scales. And just getting down to where the injury is, it's just there. I can only assume a bird has come down and had to go there. And that's, kookaburras coming down and pecking off of these guys. Kookaburras got extremely strong beaks and very sharp, and they would quite easily make a meal of this guy. Reptiles, they always have very interesting heads and their eyes. They're like looking back in the past. When you look at one of these guys, you can almost see a dinosaur there. And I think that's part of the beauty of them, is the fact that they look so classic and old-fashioned. Well, she's behaved really well in this video. She's obviously worked out that I'm not, here to eat her. They're just such beautiful critters. And it is very unusual. I rarely ever see them this small. This is small, if you can picture that. There's my hands there. I'm calling out a baby. Maybe someone can tell me if they know about these lizards, how old this one would be if it's that long. But I'll put a ruler over and I can just tell you how long she is. It's one of these things, easier said than done. I think if I pull around here with the ruler, she's about 200 millimeters long. And 200 is in inches, or about 7.5, nearly 8 inches, if that makes any sense. Well, let's see if she still likes Thomas. Do you like Thomas or don't you like Thomas? What's your verdict on that one? Maybe she's a fan of the CGI series? Maybe she's a fan of the classic old series. What do you think? All I know is that Spills and Thrills DVD is actually very good. I'm quite impressed with that one. Just been watching it with my son. And the CGI works. Some of the devil in the detail on that one is very good in the fact that, just the work on the troublesome sharks. Probably enough said without giving too much of the stories away. Any more little cheers on Thomas? That's enough for Thomas, haven't we? Well, thanks for coming to visit us, my lovely blue tongue. You've absolutely beautiful creature. I'll put you back to where you belong. You're in the front garden of my home. Just stay clear of the driveway. I will be looking out for you. I know this is where you live. Down there. Oh, there she goes. I mean, isn't she stunning? And she'll scurry away to wherever she sleeps at night. Somewhere in the front garden here. There she goes. She'll find a little hidey hole, wherever it is, tucked away in the depths of the garden. There she goes. Oh, isn't she a stunner, and isn't she beautiful to watch? I have one more video involving this lizard and Thomas the Tank, and it's so special I will put it up as a standalone video. I'm pretty sure I've captured something that nobody else has ever done on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it's going to amaze a lot of viewers. I better go now, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.